Yes. Guess who's back? It's another episode of the Rich and Filthy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We gonna lick a shot today for 8 at the table, baby. Let's see what these guys are talking about. I think it's unrealistic dating expectations. And we definitely gonna hear some capping. Let's see what happens.
What do y'all think are some of the unrealistic standards that people have? Because I think
that the man has to pay for everything.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
Said that a man had to pay for
fair enough,
everything.
but
You're
I'm
right.
saying, like, from a man's perspective versus a woman's perspective, because I think
that's unfair too.
I don't know. I'm just
What's
I'm just,
unfair?
Answer your question, we're
Okay.
telling you. But the only reason why I'm saying that for the women that, like how you said, you got to be able to offer something. I feel like if you're not offering, I feel like for me as a man, I'm only talking about me. I feel like if I know you can do for yourself, then yeah, I'm gonna do for you too. But if I feel like I'm like the John,
You
then
mooching.
of course I'm not doing shit for you. Like that makes no sense. Like
I mean, if you're gonna do for somebody, just do for them. You have to put stipulations on it. I mean, if she could do for herself, then technically she don't need it. At least the one who can't do for herself actually has a need for it. Right? So, I don't know, man.
And I don't know. I just feel like, I think we're also in this generation that everybody thinks they're a celebrity. So you have girls that are thinking like they're badder than what they really are. Guys are thinking they're like flyers, like, oh, everybody wants you and nobody.
That's why ain't nobody hooking up. Because everybody think that they too good for what they see in the mirror. Just a regular schmegler. There, I said it.
Things even looking your way.
Yeah.
So I feel like we just gotta really wake up and maybe stop looking at reality TV and like thinking that we're the next one. But I
Right.
feel like we're hyping ourselves up too much, and the reality is you're not that hot. Like,
Yeah, he right about that. We'll give him props for that right there. We do got a overinflated, undeserved accomplishment ego problem in America. There, I said it.
chill out.
How does that work? Like, do you put your
I don't have no standards on my date.
Me neither.
Now, when you look at her, you know you about to hear cap.
Shut up, bitch.
That's all we can say.
My dating app is straight up just me trying to show the fact that I'm not just blonde and out there with.
Shut up, bitch.
See, she in a position where she in a black environment, so she can't really be her. You know, she got to parse her words up carefully. You know what I mean?
Not even fake tits. Push up Ross.
Right.
Like I love meeting people, and it's a big part of my life. It's a big part of my job. I don't.
Shut up, bitch.
She's only going to expose who she really is for like 2 or 3 seconds. The rest of this is just,
Shut up, bitch. Shut up.
it's just crap. Word salad.
don't even have requirements on my dating app. The one thing I would say though, like when I do swipe, if they're not 6 feet, I have a very
Now, how you don't got requirements on your dating apps, but then you don't swipe if they not 6 feet? What kind of sense that make? What kind of sense that make? You just said you don't have a requirement, but then you're not swiping on nobody who under 6 feet. You sound crazy, lady.
hard time.
How tall are you?
I'm not that tall, so I shouldn't even. I'm 5'7".
Girl, bye.
Can't brag on broken relationships. People like bragging on like engagements. That's a failure. If you still out here and you didn't go through with it, you didn't finish it. Okay? I don't know why people brag on, you know, failed love.
Lay down, it doesn't really matter, right? And then, so I know it's not an actual thing for love, but when you're on that dating app, it gets very superficial. So it's easy to swipe.
I'm swiping past.
Exactly. And so,
Swiping past actors.
And then when you can't find somebody authentic, you surprised. Because you shopping for people like clothes. People are not clothes. That's what we've been reduced to in this world. We've been reduced to looking at people like they're just some type of selection. Those are real people. That's why I don't partake in that type of stuff, man, because it does something to your psychosis where you think that you have all these options. And you only really have all those options if you get 100% swipe success rate. Other than that, I mean, shit. It's a train wreck on online dating. There, I said it.
Promoters, nightlife, not doing none of that. But then in reality, that's
You better have an education, even though never mind. You better be educated.
yeah.
That's all I'm
I feel
saying.
like
But no.
honestly, I don't know. I feel like you gotta just give other people. I don't know if your dating game hasn't been that like hot. I feel like you gotta try new things.
I
Like,
agree.
I started
Push up
2
your-
years ago. Jesus Christ, my earring is falling off. So I started 2 years ago trying to give other people a chance, and then
She said she started 2 years ago trying to give other people a chance. Girl,
Shut up, bitch.
Haram,
perfect.
haram.
Shut up, bitch.
found myself forcing myself through dates where I was like, this is clearly not it though.
You know, we're not saying going on dates with people that you know you don't really like. I'm saying
Right.
like things that like the tall thing. You know what I mean? So now you can
Yeah.
bring the tall.
you know what it really is that you can't negotiate attraction.
Shut up, bitch.
You can't negotiate attraction.
Shut up, bitch.
Okay? They might be good on paper. They might have everything that you're looking for. That don't mean that that's the person for you. See, we all try to get these stats that we want this person to hit, but even if they hit that, doesn't mean that you and that person are gonna mesh. Just because they're 6 feet tall, got $600,000 and a 6 foot dick, don't mean that you and that person is gonna be a good fit, no matter how much money they have. That's why people who get married for money, they're not really in love. They're just negotiating their womb. You're just negotiating sex. You're just a glorified prostitute. There, I said it. So, you don't get to really choose who you love, because once that person come in your life, you know, you think you can replace them, and then the next person, they might have more material than the previous person, but you don't love them. Something about that person. Everybody's one of one. So when you find somebody who fuck with you, don't take that for granted. That's real spit.
Thing down to like 5, 10, maybe. You get what I'm saying?
Five,
Five
11,
different things,
18.
and then go on the date and see if it's different. If
Yeah.
it's not, then you go back to the drawing board. But I feel like you have to give different.
I agree.
It's just like a job. You gotta
Yeah.
find out what you like to do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like a job. You gotta like try out new things before you say this is the one I want to be with. No.
And the thing is, like, if you think about life in general,
No. You know what you like.
like when you fall in love, it's often been with a coworker, someone you met at school, someone that someone introduced you to that was in your closest network.
Organic.
It's called like is it the law of vicinity? It's something like that.
Either you can have love or you become an expert on love. Seems like you can't have both. It's like the people who are in relationships are too busy being happy to be on the internet talking about love. There, I said it.
That's what I was saying.
You typically fall for people who are around you all.
Yeah. Right.
And that's the reality of actually falling in love. So that's why dating apps is such a superficial way to. But
You think they believe in love? You think they believe in love? You think they believe in love? Hell no. Ain't no love, Holmes. They don't believe in no love. I'm just surprised we even heard that word. That's surprising.
dude, I did meet my boyfriend of 6 years, or ex-boyfriend, on a dating app, and that worked out. But that's
Until
like,
it didn't.
yes,
Yeah.
until
It didn't work out.
Hey.
until it
Cheated to close the chapter and just move on. People also gotta know.
I ain't missed that. You said until he cheated. But you got that old cheater pussy. You're easily cheatable. Something about you. I'm not gonna go there, man. Hey, maybe he's just a bad guy.
Too, when it's time to be like, okay, we're done here. Let's
My question though, right? Okay. Because again, I'm not with. I don't think that settling is a good idea. But after a while, if you do decide, okay, I do want to settle down with someone. I do want to like. That's where the compromise. That's where the compromise part comes in. So it's like, are there certain?
There's no such thing as settling. Everybody needs to be grateful that anybody loves anybody. 90% of us are unlovable. There, I said it. You know, people think just because they look good, they deserve love. False. So, anytime that you feel like you deserve love, you really don't. You got to be grateful. You know, the thing about love is that you don't get to just have it and be happy. You have to steal love. You have to hide it from the world because nobody really wants you to have it. You know why? Because they don't have it and they can't buy it. So they're going to steal yours. They're going to steal your life. Flushing them turds down the toilet. Okay?
Things that you would be willing to compromise for. Like, say after a while you do not find that 6 feet, but you find some amazing people who can give you, you know, great companionship. They can understand you. They respect you. Maybe they provide enough for you. What if they're fucking 5'5"?
I'm cool with that. At that point, you know what? I'll put you on my shoulders.
She want to wait till she old as fuck to give somebody else a chance. So if you 5'5", you gotta wait till she damn near 100 before she gon' holler. Before she gon' give you a chance, dog. Now that she good and old. Man, that's weak, man. I mean, I don't know. That's really, you know. That's really, you know, I don't really believe that shit. They say that until they meet the millionaire who 5'5". Then all of a sudden it's okay. So, you know, certain things compensate. It's like, you know, being a girl who's not in the greatest shape, but she's a hell of a cook. You know, you kind of, you know, you compensate in other ways. And that's the way y'all need to look at it. I mean, you ain't nobody. I don't care how old you is, how young you is, what you look like. Your shit stink too. There, I said it.
Let's walk off.
But you know what that
Lay your head on my shoulder, babe.
You know what that says? It says that we need to prioritize our standards.
Yeah.
So you need to have
Exactly.
hard stops.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
this is a no, like
Yes.
a no, a
Yep.
never.
Yes.
Then you have
Yep.
your maybes.
Yep.
And then you have your like.
Y'all think men grow on trees. You just think that you can just have all of these different selection of men. Just because you see the man don't mean that they're available to you. There, I said it. I mean, once again, don't take people for granted. And people who try to prioritize and make lists about people,
Shut up, bitch.
you think you're gonna shop for men and put them in all these different categories and just, okay, maybe, okay, this guy, maybe, okay, this, that, the nerve of you, the gumption.
Haram.
I mean, everybody's one of one. If you find somebody that fuck with you, don't give it away so easy, because whether you believe it or not, you actually become acclimated to that person.
Shut up, bitch.
So I want you to think about that next time you feel like you got you got options, and you know she look like she in her 30s. She need to get on the bus. Time ain't no sweet shit to play with. Nobody knows how long they got.
Oh, this would be very nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I really like this. A fucking cherry on
Yeah.
top. You know.
I don't think we do as humans either. I feel like we never do that. You never
Yeah.
think to yourself like, all right, what do I really want? You know what I mean? It's when you see the person, you're like, oh, I don't want that now. But you already been dating them all this time, and it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Why
so
not
you're just
try
like, all right,
that
fuck it.
first?
The,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
one thing I told myself this year was that one, Anna, stop dating drug dealers as much as you possibly can.
Oh my God.
Oh God, why is she a walking contradiction? God, just you gonna stop dating dating drug dealers? That was a goal? What? What the What the fuck, man?
Shut up, bitch.
That's not a. Why was you even dating drug dealers in the beginning?
Shut up, bitch.
Then you wonder why you can't find a good man, why you can't get along with nobody, why you can't do that, because then you talk about the toxicity online. Lady, if you read between the lines, you're the most toxic person on this damn panel. And you play in a black world because they allow you to be as toxic as you want to be just because you white. White men don't really tolerate shit like this.
Like, give everyone a chance, even if it looks by the first look that it might not be a fit. Then give them a chance.
You really said drug dealers.
Oh, I love them.
I'll go to the club after that.
Like, wait, he's
Hey, drug dealers are destroying our community. There, I said it. Say no to drugs, kids. There, I said it. You sell drugs and you end up with a stupid bitch like this. Okay? So she's sitting here laughing like drugs didn't destroy the black community, which it did. And we all know it did. And this shit is a big game and a big joke to her ass. Why half our men are locked up in jail because of the fucking laws and all of this bullshit. Not gonna say who made all the laws and everything and put drugs in the ghetto and locked you up for the shit that they put in the ghetto. Not gonna go on a rant about that, about how it's funny now, how everybody thinks it's a big joke, how you fuck with dudes just because they sell drugs, so you think danger is funny. See, told you she was the most toxic person on this panel. What I told you.
drugs are hard drugs. That's a big.
Hey,
I don't even
that's
know.
the
I don't know what to
Somebody put
say.
these two together. Okay, there's a reason.
I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Like, there's a difference.
I'm gonna call Jada next week. She in Miami with this one.
I'm European.
It's so fucking funny.
Oh, so that's heroin.
That's what we talking
Heroin.
Okay, yeah, it ain't my business.
Ain't my business.
Be the woman.
I'm doing my job.
Tell that.
See? As long as you got that money, they don't give a fuck what you do. They don't give a fuck what you do. You could be a killer as long as you got $1 million. They'll actually lay with a man who destroys other people through drugs. Shit is funny to them. What kind of moral fiber you got? What kind of bitch is you? What kind of chick is you? That's weak. And then you want to sit here and give out dating advice when you'll fuck with a nigga who sell drugs and heroin. And you the chicks that's giving out advice. You the chicks that got a platform. What the fuck is this? Right? And this what we got to look at on the internet. It's just like, man, where the real chicks at? Where they at? I know they out there. Not everybody is vapid like this. I'll never label all our people as this type of person, but I hate that this type of person has a platform. There, I said it. And if you ask me, that's what they need to do. Okay? I'm done with this one, man. This has been the Rich and Filthy Podcast. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I want y'all to like and subscribe and tell me what you think about the channel. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. Man, y'all be out. Be easy.